I studied till my graduation in Bihar. As a small district called Darbhanga. Then I moved to IIT Bombay. Or a coincidence, you may say, that I was posted as Secretary Women and Child. I brought in techniques like mapping, color coding, and reports. Actually, we had data for 300 odd blocks for almost 3 years. And thanks to you people, I have no certificate. After retirement, you always have this, I would say, temptation of looking at the possibility of a statutory position. You can be member of Central Administrative Tribunal.
Even before that, sir, you were coming to IIT as visiting faculty, right?
Yes,
that began when, and how it began?
I blame Professor Anil Date for this, because when I was Director General Shipping, 2010 there was a workshop here, which was 25 years of Sitara. And for us, Anil Date used to be kind of an icon. In late 70s, when I was in IIT, he's a young mechanical engineering professor who can teach fluid dynamics on one hand, and can go to Karzat and teach tribals how to make a ferrocement water tank. And this was fascinating for us in our young age. So I had kept in touch. So when Sitara's 25 years were completed and there was this 2-day workshop, I did participate. Took chutti from the work, participated, and probably talked more than was necessary. So as a consequence, Professor Date kind of summoned me a few days later, and the conversation very roughly went like this: okay, so what are you doing in bureaucracy? So I'm doing a job. So now, isn't it long enough? So I couldn't quite get what was long enough. So he said, now resign and come. So I fell from my chair because I said, come to IIT for what? He said, come to teach. And this was not that I hadn't thought about it honestly. But then I think but then I told him like seasoned bureaucrats always do. I told him, "Abhi 46 overs ho gaye, 4 over baki hai, to khel ke aa jata hu." But he was not the one to give up very easily. And then what we decided was, I come as a visiting faculty, teach, and it will also give me an idea whether I'm any good in teaching or my knowledge is rusted. So I used to come here. And that was a time when I remember once when some TV people were chasing me because of the Somalian piracy issue. And I have given an interview just inside the campus near State Bank, and then came for my class. So it was a crazy time. But the long and short of it was, I found that yes, I wasn't too bad a teacher. B, my heart was in it. C, the students found me to be alright, which I later found out from my feedback. So that was it. But after when I went back to Government of India, both in renewable energy, as DG Defence Acquisition, I didn't have time to come here. As Secretary Renewable Energy, because we were major funders of IIT in research on the renewable energy side, I didn't think it proper to mix up coming here as a visiting faculty. In Cabinet Secretariat, I would have had time to do that. But after that, I thought, yes, this is what I should do.
So you retired which year?
So January 2015 was when I retired. And then there is that cooling period of about a year, which is required. So I was coming as visiting faculty. But then on 1st February, I landed up here with my suitcase. भाटकर, who is the BOG member, jokingly said 30 साल पहले जो suitcase लेके गया था इधर से वही लेके आया है. But yeah, it wasn't that suitcase exactly, but yes, I came back here, and there was no looking back, because I realized that I have a huge attachment with my alma mater.
So this means 2015 you began as full-time faculty Sitara.
2016 formally. 2015 I still continued as a visiting faculty, though I used to spend half my time here, because there were still certain things I was involved in Delhi. I was member of a couple of committees of MOD. I had something to do with the Ministry of Rural Development on the NREGA. So I had to kind of close those things.
Right. So you taught us in 15 batch. That time you were visiting here.
Yes.
Achha. So I was from 15 to 16. So 16 you joined full.
Yeah, February 2016.
Okay, sir. Achha. So so this completes like coming to IIT.
Yes.
Now
with no intention of becoming a head of department, any admin job.
Achha. So you came here Milind Soni sir was HOD, and then you started teaching us the communication course and other courses. So you had in mind about teaching malnutrition, specifically nutrition, and now that we have this nutrition group, which is like full,
pretty decent group,
yeah. So you had in mind ki I want to create this. What was you had the vision for nutrition in Sitara?
I did not exactly know how it will pan out, but my view was that when we were here, and when I was here with all my experience, and if Sitara is talking of problems of rural development, rural poverty, and we have food and nutrition lab and a course, TD 621, which dealt with food and nutrition, I would find it rather anomalous that we don't engage with child malnutrition at all, which is one big major rural development problem.
Right.
But then the question in such cases, which is fair and legitimate, is who is going to teach it, who is going to anchor it, and that was where I offered. And I remember my discussion with Professor Shah, that as the first institute elective, we thought 6 bacche, 8 bacche aa jate hain, so it's good enough. And I remember, I think about 12 or 14 students had registered. The second thing which I did was I did talk to UNICEF. And MORD's fellowship model, which has worked well for Sitara, in terms of our students working for 1 year post MTech, with a decent stipend, and we've been able to retain them in the rural development sector.
Right.
I thought if something similar had happened in the child malnutrition sector, we'll have this very interesting phenomena of professional engineering graduates trained in Sitara, looking at child malnutrition from a very different angle, and then spending 1 year maybe either with a NGO, in Sitara itself, or with UNICEF offices, and then getting into the sector. And you are one of those early fellows whose career path has gone this way. That itself, you are there, Nikhilesh is there. And today the batch of 6 people, which will complete their fellowship in June, all 6 are sitting in UNICEF offices.
Right.
So there must be some utility that they must have found out.
Right.
Here itself now we have come up with new ways of looking at the issues of child malnutrition. We have been able to make newer contribution, and which people have acknowledged today. So whether it is UNICEF's interest in us, whether it is in the interest of Women and Child Development Department, whether it is interest from NGOs, different NGOs. I think that's a testimony to the fact that we are doing something. On the top of it, the fact that 6 out of 6 abstracts in Oxford International Health Conference get accepted either for oral.
The first time.
Yeah,
first time all students applying, all getting accepted.
Oral or poster presentation. Means that the group has come together and has gelled reasonably well. And now with Professor Amit Arora and Dr. Rupal Dalal, who is a practitioner, joining in, I think the group will move to a newer strength. But if you had asked me in 2016, Do I see such a grouping of some 20-25 odd individuals very much interested in malnutrition and being able to bring new ways of analysis, new dimensions? I would have guessed. But it has happened. That's why again I'm saying it's a series of coincidences.
So now that it has happened so well and so now, so what is your vision for this, Sitara Nutrition Group? How do you look at it?
Not so well in the sense I still think this has to stabilize. Because right now what we have been able to do is to bring three different undercurrents together. One of analysis, one of training, and one of counseling. If you now see, these three have been operating separately. But today in IIT with our group, with Professor Kannan Modgalya's group on spoken tutorial, and with Professor Kameshwari's group, which is able to do a one-on-one counseling, and if you see Dr. Rupal Dalal is a common thread in all the three. I think if these three units gel, then we will have a good consolidated unit which is able to give you almost an end-to-end solution, starting from data analysis, identification of the problem, the training of the field functionaries, and the counseling of individual mothers if necessary.
Right.
So it's still, I think we are still in the transient stage, but we will reach somewhere.
So now, sir, I wanted to discuss with you something specifically more about malnutrition challenges and your experiences in tackling that. So malnutrition has been an old problem here with us, right? And the more we visit on fields and more we see the problem being happening, like we discuss about every Prime Minister coming and speaking on the Red Fort during the meetings about malnutrition, Kalan Ke Bharat.